What is up, YouTubers? Joji Joe here, and I'm with HXTCG. You all know the name. It's okay. Anyway, so we're here to do some ruling and frequently asked questions of the Card Fight Buddyfight game. Because I know some of you guys have posted a few things, confused about some rulings, numbers, and stuff like that. So we're here to clarify some of those rules. Isn't that right, Mr. Chuy?
We're going to be doing basic rules for this video. In future videos, we'll be doing world-specific and card-specific rulings. But for now, it's just going to be the basics, gameplay, typical things that you can do and can't do. And I have the rulebook right here, just in case. And I have the rulebook right here, just in case.
Oh, okay. So first of all, the very basic we're going to start with is the deck itself. Now, compared to Vanguard, in Vanguard you're only allowed 50 cards. In Buddyfight, you're allowed a minimum of 50, which means you can have 50 or more cards, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, you want to go 50 or more? Maybe, maybe not. It's due to consistency reasons. 100, because this is Magic Commander decks.
Yeah.
So you can run more than 50 cards. It's your choice. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that, but I like to remind people like that so they're not like stuck with 50 or more and stuff like that. And also another thing, you're allowed four copies of each card. Because you're only allowed one copy of this deck. You're allowed 4 copies of one unit in your deck. And well, I'm mentioning that because a lot of people don't know, your My Buddy and your flag do not count towards the deck. So if you have 5 copies, that's fine because these two do not count towards the size of your deck. So you can run 5 copies of Super Armageddon Dragon because the 4 in here are 4 and this doesn't count.
Which means that your deck would be a total of 52. 50 for actual deck and 1 flag and 1 buddy card. Simple,
right? Now, speaking of the buddy, a lot of people don't know about the buddy call and beginning of play. Now, when you buddy call, you tilt. It's like a Persona boss, if you guys don't know. You take this card that's down here for your buddy, put it in the field, and the copy of that buddy is rested down here, and it stays rested because you only buddy call once per the game. And you do that because you get a heal. Now, people ask me about normal calling. You are allowed to normal call your buddy anytime you want, but you're only allowed to buddy call once. So if you have like you have a copy right here and you have the copy here, you can just play for days. It doesn't count. The buddy calling is only once, for those who don't know.
And what this means by buddy calling just once per game, it means that you can play the copy of your buddy in a body spot and tap that one to signal that you've done a buddy call, and then you play the card that was originally in your body spot into the field and gain the 1 life. That's the reason for the whole buddy call. It's mainly the gain 1 life, the buddy gift.
And that's why you keep it rested. That way you know you've done it and you can't do it anymore. Now we're going to speak about numbers. Now again, people don't know about is the number of units you can call in the beginning of the game. Now when you first start the game, either your first turn or their first turn, you can call any number of creatures as long as you want, as long as you don't exceed the size of 3 on the field, which I'm sure a lot of you guys already know the size of 3 on the battlefield. So in my beginning hand, I can play these 3. I'm allowed to. It's okay. But what you can do, you can only attack once. And it doesn't matter. You can be weapon or monster. You can attack. But just the once in the first turn.
And also you don't draw.
And you do not draw. But you're allowed to charge and draw. Which I'm sure you guys know the mechanic is. Gauge 1, then draw. It's so simple. Now we're on to... That's most of the basics for Buddyfight. Now I guess we can go into a segment where we can talk a little bit about soul guarding, because that's also an issue some people don't know about. Now, if you guys don't know, soul guarding, it's a little, here we go. Super Armageddon Dragon, for example. It says here, soul guard. What soul guard is, for his ability, you take the top card and put it underneath him. So now, if you guys should know mechanic, it's pretty much a defensive card. So if it were to be attacked, you can remove that card. Now he stays alive. What some people are confused about is just how this works for certain abilities, like when it comes to spell cards, bounce cards, or penetrate or sacrificing. Chuy has a couple of examples.
Regarding which one?
Soul guarding and like bouncing.
Soul guard. Okay. So first off, soul guarding by definition is, for example, Armor Knight Succubus. It has soul guard, and what it does is, by definition, is if this card would leave the field, you may discard 1 soul to prevent it. So, for example, bouncing it, if someone were to use a card to return the Succubus to your hand, you can choose to remove the card from Succubus' soul to prevent that. Another thing regarding Soul Guard would be penetrate attacks. For example, the Hysteric Spear has penetrate ability. So if someone were to attack Armor Succubus while being in the center and kill it, they could use Soul Guard remove the card from the soul to prevent Succubus from leaving the field. However, penetrate ability would still take place, which means that even though Succubus is still in the center, the 2 damage still goes through.
And there's also one more thing. It's also related to Danger World, is if the double rate creature, the demon, he's not neutral. Armor Demon, the one that sacrifices the summon.
Cerberus.
Yes. A big example. It's also related to Soul Guarding. Is this it?
Armor Cerberus?
No. The demon one. Oh, sorry. We're so professional.
The demon one?
The big guy who has to sacrifice a creature to summon.
Armor Knight Demon. I don't have this one.
Okay, it is Armor Knight Demon. See, we're still learning names here. He knows. I don't. His ability is you can to summon as pay 2 gauge and destroy a monster.
I believe so. Yes.
And sacrifice one of your monsters. Now, when it comes to Soul Guarding, some people are confused. You can use a Soul Guard to remove the creature, and you still can keep that Succubus. You have Succubus in the field. You play Armor Knight Demon. Use that Soul Guard. Now you still have Succubus, but you've succeeded oh gosh, it's late at night. But you succeeded the recommendations to summon this card, so you can use Soul Guard as a requirement to summon creatures as long as you have that Soul Guard.
However, Armor Knight Demon is a size 3, correct? Mm-hmm. Which means that technically, for that specific example, you can't use that.
Okay, not specific example, but like that specific. If we had to sacrifice a monster, the Soul Guard can be used. Oh, I thought it was a size 2. No. We're so good at this game. Next time we're having a giant encyclopedia of card fight, buddy fight cards, so you guys can know. Like this one. That's so good.
So what else? I mean, still related to Soul Guard.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Question
what
from our
if you
cameraman.
activate something that nullifies the call?
Nullifying the call means that it cancels the call of the unit. Even if it has Soul Guard, it does not matter because Soul Guard is activated once the monster goes into the field, which means by nullifying, it never actually touches the field. Therefore, they don't get Soul Guard and they don't get any boosts. For example, if someone were to nullify a Buddy Call, because it was nullified, it never entered the field. Therefore, you don't gain the 1 life or get any perks from it. However, the penalty of paying the call cost still happens. So if you had to pay 2 gauge to perform your Buddy Call, you would still have already paid the 2 gauge. However, it got nullified.
Big example is Magic World. We love Magic World.
And there will be a video more specified more to just Magic World rulings and all the shenanigans.
And Danger World rulings too, because they need that too. Actually, it's mostly Magic World. And speaking of, you guys did talk about a lot about Magic World deck profiles and deck profiles. In the upcoming videos, hopefully by tonight, we're going to have deck profiles of Magic World and an update video to my chess pieces because I have my very own private deck builder.
Oh, right. And also, right. And we'll also be doing one semi-tweet Danger World deck profile, but we will also be having another, more updated Danger World profile.
Oh, yes. Very much likely. I'm pretty sure you guys seen it, but it's just to get out there because we do have it. It's not on us right currently, but throughout this week we should have a lot of deck profiles for you guys, so you guys are really tempted. Because this is the #1 source for Buddyfight news and deck profiles. I love you guys so much. I say that right now. I'm saying it right now. I've gained almost 100 subscribers after doing Buddyfight, so I wanted to take the time right now to say thank you guys so very much for supporting me. I had no idea that Cardfight Buddyfight would be so popular. If you guys have octopus dumplings, you guys can send it in my P.O. box down below. That would be really bad.
Oh,
but no,
one more question before...
Questions. Follow with the questions.
Around the 1 minute mark, you said something about only being able to have 1 unit or 1 copy of My Buddy in your deck. Why is that?
Because My Buddy, which comes... There's 2 versions, right? No. Do you have yours?
That's what you mean.
There are 2 versions currently of My Buddy that come in a trial decks. The Danger World and the Dragon World versions.
No Magic World sadness.
No Magic World yet, but we may get one. Who knows? So they could use one. But not only is it a really fun, cute art that people should always get, but these are really good because in the trial decks, you like in this one you get 4 Blazing Flare Dragon, and in Danger World you get the Cerberus. You only have 4 copies. Now I mentioned earlier, the Buddy doesn't count towards your deck. So you had to take one out of your deck. So that means you're remained with 3 in your deck. This card counts pretty much as the 4th copy of Rising Flare Dragon. And as this is a better version of Cerberus. And it's actually better to use this card as a Buddy Call. It's because you only have 1. You play this, you buddy call, and now you still have 3 cards of Cerberus remaining in your deck to normally play. So this card is only allowed 1, but it's probably the best card to use for buddy calling because it's really a size 1. It's nothing good but buddy calling.
And something else noteworthy about my buddy is that it is not tied to either of the specific characters portrayed in the card, which means that if you were to have 3 copies of, I don't know, Armor Knight Demon or whatever that is.
Super Armor Ken, Buster Ken.
That guy, whatever. So if you were to have 3 copies of that, you could still use my buddy to perform a buddy call of that card, even though it's not the same picture. So
if you definitely are running at least Dragon World and Danger Rod, definitely get this card. It's definitely the best card to have, unless you already have 5 copies in your set. But everyone understands, it's cute. Look at the little Joe like a dragon, like octopus dumplings. Anyways, I think that's most of the questions. I will put a link down below to Bushy Road's frequently asked questions link, so you guys can see more of the questions. It's really long and really detailed. So anything we didn't explain, it's definitely down there. But I really want to make this video because a lot of people were already asking me questions about most of the stuff I was answering. And Buddy, it's pretty much rhetorical, some of these, but I wanted to make it out because the Buddyfight FAQs didn't really explain some of these rules. So I want to get that out there for you guys because, like I said, I'm there for you guys, and this is the #1 source of Buddyfight on YouTube.
For now.
I'm
just looking to see if there's any questions.
And speaking of links down below, check a link down below to Chuy's channel, ATXTCG. He currently has a lot of subscribers.
That's roll.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe want to see more videos. Like and post a comment on this video. Also, follow me on Twitter. This is Jersey Joe, and signing out. Bye-bye.